their short speeches because they're so used to listening to their coaches. Coach Rainey.
Well, I wasn't really prepared to say much, but I do have a few thoughts and thank yous, of course, to the fans, the Aquin family, super fans. As coaches, it was kind of hard sometimes to not look over there during some of the timeouts. And we didn't get to see much of the Where's Waldo, but I'll see pictures, I'm sure. So thank you guys for that. That was awesome. I really feel like I was one of the luckiest, or am one of the luckiest people here. Not only I got to experience this with my daughter, that meant a lot, but I have coached these girls since 5th grade. And I tell you what, they're a great bunch of kids. I think of them as my own. I would do anything for them. And you know, like I said, I hope I taught them something about basketball. I think they look pretty good. And I know along the way, I learned a ton from them. So and I've got another one coming up here, and I think the future looks bright for them too. So hopefully we'll be doing this again here, maybe next year, a few years here. So. I've got one more thing. A few years ago, when I was still coaching in junior high, a friend of mine who actually was a coach at another school was giving us all sorts of compliments on how we played and how we acted as a team, all that kind of stuff. And I remember telling him that I can't wait to get this group of seniors and juniors together as a team to be able to work as a team. When I was in junior high, of course, we had a small team, 5 or 6, 7 girls all the time, so of course I brought up Sophie and Elaine and a few of those girls anytime I could to play on the 8th grade and 7th grade teams. And I remember telling him that you know, I can't wait to see what happens when these girls get together. And I think we all found out that that was certainly a dream of mine, and it still hasn't sunk in yet, but it's unbelievable. I want to thank the girls for all their hard work through these past 8 years or so. Thank you very much.
One thing I want to say is the character of these kids. Here's something today that happened. We went to Mass together. After that, we went to breakfast. And then we heard that there was a 5th and 6th grade girls basketball teams up at St. Joe's. And I can go up there and show the kids support for what they're trying to accomplish. And it just rubs off. It's just a continual thing. That's the family part of it. That those kids someday hopefully are going to be sitting here. Another thing, getting back downstate, when we were in the 3rd place game, I want to clarify something. When we made that run at us and got down to the point where we were talking about calling timeout, and I told Jeff, I said, let him go, we're okay. And then after thinking about it after that game was over, I go back to when I was coaching junior high with Mr. Jenkins, and a few times when we were coaching together, we got into some situations, and I said, Jim, let's take a timeout. He says, no, they got to learn how to play through. And I had confidence that these kids knew how to play through a pressure situation like they were in right then. Another thing is, if we were taking timeout at that time, 1:36, 38, whatever it was, I felt the momentum was definitely with them right then. But if we would have taken timeout and they would have been jumping all over each other, going out to their sideline, into the sea of their fans right behind their bench, and they would have just been so pumped up coming out of there, I felt that taking the time out would have gave them more momentum instead of staying on the floor and just playing through. And luckily it worked out. So another thing with Mr. Jenkins, I like Jim to stand up. He's been so supportive of this program. That's all I'm doing. But anyway, he's had so much to do with the success that the Aquin family has had. And I just want to thank him and thank all of you for supporting us all the way through this. Thank you.
These ladies did it all. I just went along for the ride. But thank you for that. We started every road trip with a blonde joke. I don't know how it got started. Alan Bruner started it. I think Alan Bruner started, so then I told one on our first road trip, so then after that I did tell a blonde joke every road trip. So I thought I'd end this out with a blonde joke. They're just blonde. I couldn't spell very well. She got the words USA going. And what it really meant was, you're super Aquin. Second thing, I think Mr. Wall did have a lot to do with this, but I think the whole Pokey played a lot with it too. That's an inside joke. Before each game, the girls did the hokey pokey out in the lobby, except for Sophie and Aubrey and Haley and Maggie. They didn't do it the first time, so they wouldn't do it at all. You should have seen Seaton looking at us when they were out there in the lobby doing the hokey pokey. Been sitting here looking around the gym. I don't know where we're going to hang the plaque. I'm looking maybe right there, coming down from the rapture. Looks like a pretty good spot. Don't you ladies think so? Actually, you know, we finished the season at 32-4. We had 4 losses. 4 of those losses came from St. Ed's, who was ranked second or ranked in the state in 2A. Stillman took 3rd in 2A. Lost to them by 7. Rockford Lutheran lost to them by 3. 2 of those losses came when Lizzie was on vacation, one of our starters. She was off visiting somewhere. And then we lost to Dakota by 1, who was also an outstanding team. After Christmas break, another quick story is I always wrote them a pregame letter, note, whatever it was. I think they enjoyed more of the making fun of me for my spelling or whatever. When I always wrote it, I thought it was an inspirational thing for them. I think they keep them. After our Christmas break, we had three losses, so I wrote at the bottom of each page 33-3. Redbird up Arena State champs. Well, that carried on for a long time until the last week of the season when we got beat by 1 point. So then I started writing down 32-4. And that was our goal. And these girls continue to work hard, and we finished the season on an 11-0 run. And in post-play, we beat Eastland 56-28, Dakota 49-36. Enough said. Hiawatha 54-32. Prophetstown 36-24. Seaton Academy 61-35. Leroy 56-42. And Cowden 61-51. Those are all double-digit wins. Outstanding job, ladies. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why we're so good. Can I have all seniors come up here, please? Senior varsity. These ladies put the bar awful high. They came to practice every day. worked hard. They've been playing since 2nd grade. You know, I've been around for 4 years now. One time under a discipline problem, an academic problem. I mean, they're just a class act, and that's credit to the parents, to the fans, to the teachers, everybody. I mean, I'm gonna miss these kids. It was just a blessing. I mean, fun to be around, listen most of the time, wanted to do well. You know, just great kids, you know, and that's what it's all about. And the juniors, step up, juniors, please. Exact same thing. Juniors are going to be seniors next year. Not one problem with them. Discipline, academics, all super, great kids, good athletes, want to do well, try very hard. Again, it's a credit to all you guys. Freshmen, stand up, please. Don't know much about them except for 1 year, and they've been outstanding also. Very good athletes, good in school, work very hard. Collegiate surgeries, still got here, good kids. This is why we're such a good family, good team, good all around school. Thank you very much, ladies. And my managers, stand up, please. Come on. These ladies also used to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, kept everything going. Again, listened to me, did everything I wanted. Very good kids. Glad to have them. Thank you. Second reason we're very good. How many in this gym have volunteered to do something for Aquin for free? Raise your hand. Everybody. That's why we're a family, and that's why we're so good, and that's why we can continue to be competitive in everything we do. Academics, sports, whatever we do, because everybody is surrounding us and for us. And that's outstanding, and I thank you for that. Third reason we were so good. John and Dora, please come up. Couldn't ask for 2 better coaches, 2 better friends. I give them a lot of garbage, but that's because I care about them. I tell the kids, if I quit doing that means I've given up on them. I give these guys all sorts of garbage, but you know, they're the ones that are always on the bench, keeping me down, you know, telling me what's going on, and I couldn't do it without them. Thank you very much. While we were down there, I'm almost done. While we were down there, the girls were a class act. Very, very class act. Went out to dinner together, did everything together. What's that? I told them to be down for breakfast at 8 o'clock. They all came down as a group, had breakfast, went back up, told them to be ready for the bus at 10:30. They all came down as a group, all dressed up, had everything ready to go. All weekend, bedtime was 10. I went up there at 10 o'clock. They were all in their beds. You know, it was just a great experience, and that's all credit to you guys. Towards the end of the second game, one of the refs came up to me and said, "Coach," I said, "Yes." He said, "You know what? You got a class act there." And he's talking about these young ladies here. He said, "They're a class act." One last thing, Coach Houghton said at halftime, she made the comment that Sophie Bruner wasn't going to give her usual 21 points, that they were going to shut her down. She was right. She wasn't going to get her 21 points. She was going to get 34 points. 16 rebounds. MVP of the tournament, and 65 points in 2 games. Last thing I'd like to say is that I'm a very blessed man to have been part of this. I thank you all very much.